This is my fourth video called Blaming God. People seem to blame God for everything nowadays. If you notice in the story of Job, Job lost everything he had, and he still saved God. And meanwhile, his wife was telling him to curse God and die. And you also notice that all his tribulation was really coming from the devil. And God allowed it to happen to test him, to test his faith. And in the end, everything was restored to him. Let's see. Oh yeah. Christianity is a spiritual battle. You're constantly in battle with the enemy, whether you know it or not. He's trying to lure you away from God with these trials and tribulations, putting ideas in your head that this is God's fault, when in fact nothing is God's fault. Everything, almost everything, is either man's fault or Satan's fault. Maybe a little bit of both. Some things only happen because this is a sin-damaged world, and we tend to blame everything on God. Every time a bad thing happens, we blame it on God. When 9/11 happened, everybody was asking, "Where's God?" School shootings happen. Once again, where's God? Everybody's been asking. And we seem to don't want anything to do with God anyways, and yet we blame Him for everything. So the question isn't where is God, it's where are you? How much tribulation are you willing to go through for God? And you will go through some trials and tribulation and situations that you're not going to understand. And it's not God's fault. He could be testing your faith. And sometimes we go through bad situations to help other people when they go through the same thing. To show them a better way to deal with this situation. Well, 3 minutes. Now this video is going to take longer than that. And remember, if God is with you through all your situations, even when it feels like He's not. You just have to have faith and stick it through to the end. You might have to wait a few days, weeks, months, but everything will be fine in the end if you have patience. And sometimes we give up if it don't happen with right now. Everybody wants it right now. But sometimes you have to wait. Let's see, oh yeah. And I had a comment on my messages. It's saying that, someone was asking me where was God, and when he was describing some situations he was going through back when he was saved. And now He turns back on God and believes in evolution, or so he says. I think he believes in God. He's just angry with God, blaming him for something the enemy did. Or maybe the enemy, the devil, placed ideas in his head that this situation was God's fault. Yeah, Job lost everything that he had, and he still was saved God, and yet we lose one family member, and all of a sudden, it's God's fault. Why do we blame God for everything when we know about the devil? Why can't some things be the devil's fault, or his fault combined with ours? And sometimes we just go to it to test our patience and make us stronger. Now keep the faith no matter what you're going through. God will help you through it. And sometimes it feels like He's not there. We all go through a situation that we don't understand. But God is with you. And everything will be fine if you will just keep the faith. I don't know how long you have to wait. It might have to be weeks or days, months. It could be even years before you finally get free from your tribulation. But God is with you, and He wants to help you, and He will help you if you wait long enough. I guess that's all.